So the crazy thing right now, as we're talking about this, somehow the Democrats blocked the emergency bill again.
God, I can't believe that. I woke up and you told me that, and I was like, "What? Why?"
It's not the same as like on Monday they voted to stop it, which is a hard block. On Tuesday they voted to stop it, hard block.
Yeah.
Today they just didn't vote on it. Like, even though in the Senate they did. So I don't want to get too political, but when you look at this story from the Washington Post, which is it's from today, it's actually from only a couple hours ago, where we're actually entertaining the conversation where doctors will not try to save you. And we have time. So many people on Twitter are saying things like, the stimulus bill isn't enough money for me to pay my rent. I don't care. You're getting something. You're getting 4 months of guaranteed wages from the federal government. This is unprecedented. And they want to get money to hospitals and states. Governor Cuomo said, not enough. We need 10 times as much. It's like, we'll take this for now. Let's push this through as fast as we can.
Right.
And then maybe we'll do something. I don't know. I didn't write the bill. There's some Republicans are saying it's got some bad stuff in it. All I know is I think our country is panicking.
Yeah.
I think for as much as, what I think, I'll tell you what, Donald Trump's approval rating is going to go 99, 100%. As things get crazier and scarier, people are going to say, shut up. I don't care anymore. Save my family.
Save us.
When I go to the TV and I see, when I saw what I saw today in Congress, that freaked me out. I was dumbfounded.
Right. They were only open for like a minute.
Said? Yeah, it was called a pro forma.
Yeah, it's just a formality.
Because they're not allowed to skip sessions a certain number of times, like 3 days in a row.
Oh, okay.
So they apparently went in, banged it, walked out.
So it didn't consider it. It's
considered a session, and it was from at 10 a.m. and 42 seconds until 10:02 and 17 seconds or something like that, like a minute and 20 seconds.
How is that
or something.
Considered a session?
Because they were in there. They said no business.
How many people were in there?
I don't know. This was reported by Politico.
Oh my goodness.
But here's the thing: when you turn on the TV, Trump's doing these daily press briefings.
Yeah, every day.
And he's saying we have hope. And what's the press doing? They're attacking him like crazy.
Yeah, they're.
So.
Well, what is the press? What is their goal? What is their goal? Because
I have no idea.
Because if he's trying to give everyone hope, and they're saying he's lying, it's like, so what? You don't want us to hope? You don't want the general public to think there's a chance we can come out of this? Like, what is their point?
CNN wrote a story that said Trump peddles unsubstantiated hope.
What? It doesn't make any sense.
Listen, man.
I don't understand the media, man.
I mean, it's clicks, it's money, it's rage bait. Rage bait.
I hope at least coming out of this, which I think will come out of this, people will learn to not care and start new news. Basically.
According to a CBS poll,
great.
Yeah.
Listen, according to a CBS poll, the American people now trust Donald Trump more than the national media. that was it. I'm like, I'm done.
Everything you need to know.
Imagine like telling people like 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when he was running for president, it's like, there's going to be a day that you trust him more than the news. Everyone's going to be like, no. But here we are.
You know what it is? Man. I think it's, for one, his TV ratings, his press briefings just broke 12.2 million views, more than Monday Night Football.
Wow.
This story.
Well, there is no Monday Night Football, so people are kind of itching for something.
Well, the Nielsen ratings said it's Monday Night Football ratings. That's huge,
right, comparatively,
like rivaling The Bachelor season finale, massive. So you have
was The Bachelor that good?
No. Do you know, like 20?
I've never seen The Bachelor. I don't know anything about it. But
like a Big Bang Theory gets 20 million viewers, right?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why?
Really?
No. Why?
I've only seen one episode, and I didn't laugh,
yeah,
and I was just like,
angered.
what am I watching?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's what I think is happening, right? We have these stories like the one in the Washington Post about hospitals basically saying, do not resuscitate. We're gonna choose to let you go or something.
Yeah.
And then that's scary. It's getting really scary.
Yeah, it is.
And the economy is tanking. Rent is due. People can't skip these paychecks, and so they're looking for answers as things get bad. They turn on the TV, and there's Trump. There's Dr. Fauci. Mm-hmm. People trust Fauci more than double than that of Trump. It's something like 80 some odd % trust Dr. Fauci and 44 trust Trump.
Right, they trust professionals.
Trump.
They trust professionals.
What's so big about this? He's a scientist. Is that why?
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's a practicing doctor.
All right. So like
he's a doctor for the administration. He's worked with several administrations.
And I think he handles specifically infectious disease.
Ah, okay.
So here's what people see. On January 29th, Trump formed this task force.
Yeah.
Democrats are trying to impeach him. On the 31st, he imposed travel restrictions.
Yep.
Now, you can criticize him all day for downplaying the severity of this early on. Everyone was.
Biden called him a xenophobe.
Yeah, he said, xenophobic, travel restrictions.
And then I watched that interview with Biden and some reporter, and it was just embarrassing. He tried to flip it.
Dude, I was
like, I know what happened. You are trying to flip it right now, and it's not working, bro.
I think
he's cringy, man.
I'm starting to feel like, there was a big market rally today, so maybe things might turn around a little bit. Hopefully things don't get worse, but this story from the Washington Post is really alarming. But I think, I was exaggerating when I said Trump will hit like 100%. I think it's going to go up a lot because he is independent.
120%.
No, but maybe like 70.
Yeah,
because there's going to
that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Right now, his approval rating for the handling of the coronavirus outbreak is 60%, according to Gallup.
Wow.
And Gallup's a trustworthy, outlet. If you look at the past 4, well above water, 55, 56, 58, and the Gallup was the biggest, a 22-point, pull ahead. And here's what I want to get to. Here's the point I want to make. When you look at Congress, the Democrats and the Republicans negotiate all weekend, come into an agreement. Come Monday, Nancy Pelosi steps in. Democrats say no. Yeah. Everyone's shocked. Come Tuesday, they vote. We're not going to vote on it. They vote it down. Blocked again. Everyone's shocked. All night, they negotiate. At 1 a.m, the Democrats and Republicans announced they had an agreement. They were celebrating.
That's really amazing. It's something to celebrate.
I was the first thing I recorded. I was like, this is really cool. I was like, I'm glad that they got it done. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and rag on the Democrats. They got some gains. They negotiated. Republicans gave a little space.
Yeah.
Increased the number in some areas. Congratulations, everybody. We got it done for America.
Yeah.
And then Pelosi was like, no vote. And so what I see there is, I was asking a friend. I couldn't believe it. I had to ask someone else, like, am I seeing this? Is this really happening?
Yeah.
And what he said was, Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats can't control the progressives because they will absolutely say no because they don't care. So you have the Republicans and Democrats in Congress finally saying, okay, this works for us and let's get it done. Let's get it done fast.
They're like, oh, they're giving us some leeway. We got to use this.
Well, yes.
Squeeze them for more.
They want environmental provisions. Like Nancy Pelosi's bill
Isn't it a stimulus package to help the American people? I'm just clarifying, just for my own. Like, that's it, right?
That's what it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the issue here, I'm not trying to make it super political. The issue is just that the Democrats are fractured. They don't agree with each other.
Clearly.
Right. If the Democrats in the Senate say we're good on this, we negotiate it and we're happy, then why wouldn't the House Democrats be like, all right, we're good to go? Because they're not a unified party. So then when you turn on the TV and you're looking for answers and you're seeing nothing but chaos in Congress, you then see the president, you see the people all around him, and he's saying things like, this medication has been promising. He actually said, it might work, it might not. I'm hopeful. I think it'll work. We're gonna try and push this one through and do what we can.
Yeah.
And then he got attacked for it.
Yeah, and then the woman whose husband died for drinking fish cleaner or fish,
and they blame it on him.
Intestinal clean out.
Look, as far as I'm concerned,
God, man, and they're running with that story. I still see stuff today about it. It's like, are you kidding me? You're still running with the story? It's so bad.
Yeah. The New York Times.
Here's how any logic would see right through that.
Here's how they launder information. The New York Times wrote a story about Trump's ratings going through the roof and his approval ratings going through the roof. And in it, they passively say Trump has been heavily criticized for encouraging people to consume a dangerous product or a product that is unproven to help, which resulted in a man dying after ingesting a similar compound.
So they slipped that in there.
Yep. And now that New York Times story becomes historical reference. It goes on Wikipedia, it goes in encyclopedias, and they say Trump did it. It's like, dude, the guy never said to take powdered fish antiparasitics and put it in your drink and drink it.
I know.
That's insane.
And it's like, yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. These people are crazy.
Long story short, the point I was trying to get to with this past bit is that I don't want to be a doomsayer, but these past few stories I've been reading, it does not sound good. I've tried to be optimistic and say like, hey, like the market's rallying. This is good news. But you look at what's happening in some other countries, and there's a bit of good news, but I think China's lying.
I agree.
Because you see these videos that are circulating, and they're recent ones. Don't believe them. Like, I don't believe what China's saying. I see these videos, and it's like...
Yeah, they're saying that no more infections.
Yeah, they were on that steep uphill climb. Then they're like, oh, we're done.
Oh, we figured it out.
That's crazy.
We figured it out. We just won't tell anybody.
Yes. But we're still going to commandeer exports.
Yep.
Yeah. Not going to give you those masks you need.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So I don't know. Here's what's worrying to me. It looks like with today, watching how the Democrats handled things, it seems like our government is in a panic. It's disarray.
I think so too. Yeah, I agree.
Except for Trump, who's not
keeping it together.
But I'm not saying he's like a steadfast, vigilant soldier. He's just less panicky and spazzy than the rest of them.
Yeah.
You know, like he's actually coming out saying, "Here's what we're gonna do." It's like, okay.
You know, a lot of the congressmen and women are in a comfortable bubble, and that bubble is being popped right now because they're susceptible. A lot of them are older. You know, and you got all these stupid young people running around doing stuff, like spreading it around. They're scared.
Let's actually do this. Let's just show some of these stories.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
So the first one I want to show is Washington State football player Bryce Beekman found dead at 22 after experiencing breathing problems as the school remains closed due to coronavirus. This in no way has anything to do with coronavirus.
Oh,
the headline just put that in there. Yeah. Everyone is locked down. Everyone is locked down.
Yeah. Someone was saying to us yesterday that, or maybe the other day, that her friend's grandma passed away, and there's any death that's happening right now. That story. What was that?
That's another one. That's another fake text meme.
Oh, it was.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I have heard that exact same story.
Really?
My friend said that their grandma, and I've heard the exact same thing from like 10 people now.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's true.
Well, then what's this one about then?
So this is just the media taking advantage. Now, it's possible this dude did have coronavirus.
Okay.
Because there have been a lot of videos coming out of some of these other countries where somebody will be walking and all of a sudden they'll just collapse because they didn't realize how sick they were. There are stories about people who felt fine and then within an hour had a crazy fever and shortness of breath and were like wheezing.
Yeah.
It's possible. He didn't know. But I think what they're doing here is trying to... Coronavirus. Ooh, oh, look, he died.
Click on me.
Right.
Click on this link.
Yeah.
However, there are stories.
Yeah.
21 there was a 17-year-old. Now, this is a different story, but a 17-year-old died. The locals are saying, yes, it was coronavirus.
Okay.
State officials are saying, no, wait. We don't know for sure.
Well, who knows for sure?
I don't know. But we have this one at least. So this is a 21-year-old woman reportedly died of the coronavirus in UK and is believed to be the youngest person in the country with no underlying health conditions to succumb to the bug. The family of Buckinghamshire resident Chloe Middleton posted the grim news Tuesday on Facebook, according to local media. To all the people out there that thinks it's just a virus, please think again. Speaking from personal experience, this so-called virus has taken the life of my 21-year-old daughter, said her mom, Diane Middleton. Chloe's aunt, Emily Mystery, also posted about the young girl's COVID-19 related death on Facebook and noted that her beautiful and kind-hearted niece had no underlying health issues. My loved ones are going through the most unimaginable pain. We are shattered beyond belief. The reality of this virus is only just unfolding before our very eyes. Please adhere to government guidelines. Do your bit. Protect yourself and protect others. The virus isn't spreading. People are spreading the virus, the relative added.
Yeah.
The post went on to say, life as we know it has changed dramatically, but unless we all act now to protect ourselves and others, the longer this turmoil and anguish will go on. The UK's youngest victim is an 18-year-old with significant underlying health issues who died in Coventry, West Midlands after contracting COVID-19, but the virus was not said to be his direct cause of death. So there are similar stories. They're calling them like COVID complications, or complications related to COVID. I think okay, so that's the one we already have. Check this one out.
Oh yeah.
New Jersey athlete, 25, who works at Bank of America, is in an induced coma after doctors lost his coronavirus test results as his mom slams NBA players for being tested before her very sick son.
Oh.
Look, man, there's going to be a lot of, progressive lefties saying the system is broken.
Yep.
Rich people are getting tests. There was a viral tweet where someone said the easiest way to get tested for coronavirus is to cough in the face of a rich person and wait for their results to come back. Because it's celebrities and athletes who are just snapping their fingers and getting tested when they want it.
It's true.
Now, I can understand the politicians,
Right. That's a little bit different.
But Ryan Reynolds said it best. We all know the people who are going to get through this, the celebrities. Well, I loved it. After ping pong players, that was great.
And 400 other
people. Yeah.
I got to admit, it is crazy to hear all these stories and not really be experiencing it. It's like surreal. And that's why I think a lot of people defer to conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
So easily online, people are saying this can't be real. I don't know anybody who's affected by this. I haven't seen anybody.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know anybody who has the flu. Do you?
No, but
they're out
we got to stop comparing it to the flu anyway.
Well,
right. But what I mean is, like, are you also going to say, I don't know anybody who has a cold right now? Well,
that doesn't matter.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, so it looks like we're dealing with something really serious, and a lot of people have been downplaying it in a rather, I guess, unfortunate way. Yeah, cavalier. And man, I can only go back to thinking, like, if we don't have these hospital beds, how much higher will the mortality rate get, and will young people be affected by it?
Yeah, right.
So one of the things they've been doing is putting people in induced comas. Actually, let's read, try and figure out, maybe they'll say why. They say a 25-year-old New Jersey man is fighting for his life in an induced coma after doctors lost his coronavirus test results that confirmed he had the deadly virus. Okay, well, what do you mean? They lost it?
They lost it, but
they
confirmed.
Know. Okay. Well, then we know. Okay, let's move on.
Sense.
All right, then.
Okay.
He has been on a ventilator in a medically induced coma for 6 days at a hospital in Edison. Allard, who is an All-American lacrosse player and works at the Bank of America in Manhattan, first became sick on March 13th. He was suffering from a high fever, back pain, and had been throwing up. Allard initially didn't present as a typical coronavirus patient given his age, that he had no pre-existing conditions, and the fact he hadn't traveled overseas recently. His mother, Jenny Allard, told ABC News that the lab that was processing his COVID-19 test results somehow lost the sample. She said it set back his treatment about 5 days. Oh, so that's what they're trying to say. So it was confirmed they didn't have it, so he couldn't get treated for it.
Oh.
Due to the delay in returning a positive test, he wasn't allowed access to potentially life-saving experimental drugs. Oh, yeah. Cuomo is saying exactly what Trump said. Hydroxychloroquine, azithromycin, and other, what do they call it? Like Zythromax or something?
Azithromax?
Azithromax? Is that what it is?
I think that's
I don't know. I think the brand name is like Zythromax or something.
Okay.
But then you have some like governor, I think it's Nevada, banning it. Don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, he banned it.
Banning the medicine itself?
The treatment.
Yeah, you're saying you can't be treated for it. Probably because...
Why?
You know what, man?
Because some stupid person drank some fish cleaner?
Probably.
That is exactly why.
Or whatever.
Yeah, because the media...
I know it's not fish cleaner,
claimed
whatever.
it was Trump's fault that someone drank fish anti-parasitic.
Oh, man. People are so stupid.
Yeah, dude.
So they say that his mother has since slammed health officials giving NBA players, access to tests, but his son's being bungled. She said, "My son is healthy. No pre-existing conditions, and he's 25. This virus is really dangerous, and now he is very, very sick." I want to say something. I want to imagine this crisis like tsunami. Imagine you're standing in the middle of a street, and a bunch of people start running and screaming past you, and you're standing there going like, "What's going on? Why is everyone running?" And they say, "There's a tsunami coming, run!" And you go, "I don't know about that.
I can't see it from here.
I can't see it. You guys run. Something's not right. None of my friends are running."
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, you're standing there going like, "See, no tsunami." Oh, man, there's the tsunami.
And you're dead.
This is the challenge. I understand why people are skeptical of all this. Because, part of me in the back of my head, I'm like, can this really be happening? Like optimism bias, I can't believe it. You know what, man? I don't think all of these super wealthy global elites who are trying to form this big economic bloc in Europe would sacrifice decades of their vision for this. Like,
I agree.
What Germany and Austria and France are doing, shutting down their borders, essentially undermining the entirety of the European Union that they've been trying to put together for decades.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe they would want to do that.
Right.
Let alone all these companies like giving up billions upon billions of dollars, politicians. I just like Rand Paul is in on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't buy it,
that.
man.
Sorry.
No. Not. I don't believe it.
Every time I see this, someone's dying, I want to know more information. Are they smokers?
Right.
Are they vegan?
This guy's an athlete.
I know that's a random sidebar, but have you seen Game Changers? I don't know if anyone has seen Game Changers, but it's specifically about what animal protein does to the blood and how it lessens the ability to have the body move oxygen through the body. It clouds the blood up so that oxygen doesn't get around as easily.
So if that's the case, then I'd be curious why this hasn't happened earlier.
What hasn't happened earlier?
A viral attack like this. Like,
what do you mean?
It kind of
Spanish
weakens
flu.
us. Well, it was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed in the way we eat, right?
Dude.
Well, I mean,
you know what I think?
It could have happened at any point.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't matter when. It's a matter of it did.
Well, here's the thing. Listen.
Yeah.
You bring up a really good point.
I'm just curious. I want to know more information about everyone that's dying.
Sure.
Right.
I want to know all of the information.
I think you're bringing up a good point about
underlying health issues. It's like, but what is considered an underlying health issue?
Listen, this dude's an athlete.
Yeah, I know exactly. He's an athlete.
I really doubt he smokes.
Right. I'm not getting this vibe. Like if he's lacrosse, you're running back and forth.
Yeah,
you got to have healthy lungs to run back and forth. So it's like it can't just be that. It's obviously he had healthy lungs. If he's a star, it said, right? He's an
all-star
lacrosse player. Like those people run nonstop. Lacrosse is a heavy running sport.
All-American lacrosse player.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I know lacrosse is a legit, taxing sport on your lungs for sure.
It's a hard sport.
I think you're bringing up a good point about general scientific research on diets and illnesses for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Or
that's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
But that's like a longer conversation about collecting the data and then down the road looking at stuff.
Yeah.
This to me sounds like it's worse than the Spanish flu.
Yeah. Well, I don't know much about the Spanish flu.
The Spanish flu was a novel virus with a mortality rate of 2.5%.
Isn't that right where we're at? Or
Globally,
we're higher now.
Well, so in the U.S. we're below, I believe, 1. What are
less. Like 1.8, I think was last
But
number I
globally
saw.
though, where are we
globally is 3.4. So actually, look, no, we're what are we at? We have 59,986 total cases and 823 deaths. I don't necessarily think it makes sense to calculate current infected to current dead because you'd think the closed cases, do you recover or do you die?
Yeah.
In that case, Italy is scary.
You can look.
It's like 40%.
Yeah.
So if you look at closed cases, you got a 16% mortality rate
for closed cases.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can get it again, right?
So it's
even if you recover, you
it's
can
now
get
been
it again.
reported another time.
Right.
So it was initially reported in Japan that there was reinfection.
Right.
And then it was reported again, China may be seeing a potential reinfection.
Yeah.
So
the other issue is mutation. So one story that's been going around is that it's not mutating fast enough so that one vaccine may just deal with it.
Right.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
But then I read another article that's saying there's more than 20 different mutations that someone's found.
Yeah,
and two different ones in the same body.
Yeah.
So this is what's crazy. Look at this. A week ago, we were at like a few thousand people infected. This is what exponential growth looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I think New York is in serious trouble.
Yeah.
And there's the census is right now. The 2020 census is now.
Yeah.
Really?
People are fleeing the city.
Yeah,
This is going to dramatically change the face of our economy, our politics. I've seen really sad posts of like businesses going under, family businesses that were like around for 40 years saying like, this is it.
Yeah.
We're out of money. We can't do
it.
it. No business. We can't pay anybody. We're laying off. We're shutting down. Rent is due in 6 days.
Yeah.
Here we go. Things are going to get crazy.
Yeah. What's going to happen, man?
I'll tell you what's going to happen. The authoritarian lockdown is coming.
Yeah.
The government is going to step in and they're going to take over and they're going to say, here's what's going to happen. You will beg the government to step in. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. If you want to catch the full show, tune in to this channel, subscribe, hit the like button, or check us out on iTunes and Spotify, and we will soon have this podcast up for free on all podcast platforms. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next episode.